Hey Maple Mafia, and welcome to the Maple Mafia channel. We're going to be talking today about the trees that are going off today on eBay. I'm the Maple Mafia eBay store. You can find it by going to mrmaple.com/eBay, and that takes you to our Maple Mafia eBay store. We've got 20 items that are going off today on May 25th of 2025. Some tons of killer items. If you like rare and interesting maples, you know, our eBay store is where it's at. Guys, we've got a killer lineup, possibly one of our best lineups ever, that are going off this evening from 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 9:10. That's 10 minutes after 9 Eastern Standard Time this evening. Giving you some time to prepare, get ready for the items that you want. And as each of these items are going off, more items are getting listed for next week's eBay release, week's eBay store. So, guys, get excited. I'm telling you, possibly the best 20 trees we've ever put here on eBay today. If you just look at the names that we're going through, you're going to get super excited. To start off today, we're bringing the heat with macawas. And we're bringing you koi as the very first tree going off this evening. Koi is a selection bus here at MrMaple. It's tightly layering. It's got some nice bronze kind of colors in the early spring. You get some yellow new growth if you get some sunlight. Koi is different than many of the other macawa seedling selections because the leaf twists a little bit, give it something interesting texturally, but also it's one of the best fall color of any of the macawa types. And I would say even better than the original Macawa Yetsubusa. To me, one of the best fall color trees that we produce. You're going to love koi. I mean, you just get a really just nice of yellows with reds in there that's just outstanding on koi. To me, rock star, awesome macawa selection. Of course, we introduced it here at MrMaple. Next up, we've got a Buchholz introduction, Japanese Princess, possibly one of the very first color variants of from Macawa Yetsubusa. It was found as a chance seedling from the giant Macawa Yetsubusa at our Buchholz farm. Now, the leaf twists on that as well, but this has a really nice pink spring color. It was a selection by Talon Buchholz of Buchholz Nursery. You know, this thing stays tight, densely layering. It's got that macawa-like habit. I mean, it is a fan favorite every time we list it, and this is one that's going to go off, and people are going to jump after many of these. Guys, we're bringing the heat. Next, we got Mayday, which is another Talon Buchholz introduction. Now, Mayday leaves out kind of pink apricot, kind of peachy apricot kind of color in the spring, but then you get a blonde in that macawa garden. So you get this nice sort of like yellow color with that tightly layering habit for a big part of the spring. And it's more yellow-green throughout the rest of the year than many of the other macawa selections as well. Again, like I said, another introduction by Talon Buchholz, tightly layering, and one of our most heavily sought-after trees that we list them on MrMaple. They're gone in under a minute. Sometimes like 23 seconds, a set of 150 will be out. So, you know, here's your chance to be able to get some of these items if you're not as quick on the draw as when we list them on MrMaple. Now, Macawa Kian is next. This is a selection by the same guy who brought us Mystic Macawa. This is a bronze Macawa Yetsubusa selection in the early spring. And it's Macawa, you know what that means. KN means gold. And this has that bronze golden kind of color. Slow growing 3 to 4 feet in height by 3 to 4 foot in width in 10 years. Definitely a pretty cool Macawa variant. Next up, I've got Acer longipes, sometimes Acer amplum. I've heard a million different species. I mean, the botanists, they go crazy with renaming species and saying this person was wrong and trying to prove this person was right. And anyways, we got gold coin. This is a really nice Acer longipes with that bigger leaf. So it's almost a leaf like a batwing maple, but it's yellow. We've grown it in full sun in western North Carolina, and it's bright yellow all throughout the season. It's yellow right now. It's yellow, like a clear highlighter yellow in the early spring. And it's vigorous once it gets established. So this will make a larger tree out there in the landscape with that yellow color. We're talking 15 to 20 feet in 10 years. So an amazing bright yellow, large leafed maple just to add that yellow color in the garden. Next up, we got Earthfire. Now, Earthfire, to me, is a next level Japanese maple. It's one of my favorites because it gives you that almost like a Magashiguri type color, but it has a spreading out shape, almost to something to the kin of like a Kiyohime. But so it's got that Matsumuri style leaf, and it just looks so neat out there in the garden with that sort of lavender metallic-y color out there in the garden. To me, next level, super awesome, newer Japanese maple just now hitting the market. Next up, guys, we got Mystic Makawa. Now, Mystic Makawa is an orange Makawa Yatsubusa. Early springtime, that thing is amazing. It's one of the very first orange variations of Makawa Yatsubusa, and it's slow growing as well. Morning sun, afternoon shade, really going to peak up those colors. Great container plant, as with any of these Makawa Yatsubusa selections. Next up, guys, we got Ramona. Now, Ramona is a spring interest, summer interest Japanese maple. Now, spring interest, you get some really nice coral pinks in the early spring. Summer interest is where it's at. And summer interest, right now, this tree may be more green. It's not going to be something that during this time of the season is super showy. When you start getting into that early summer time frame to late summer time frame, the leaves start turning yellow, almost something akin of Orange Dream, and new growth flushes are a brilliant coral pink. So you get yellow below, coral pink on top in the summer. We never think about Japanese maples as a summer interest. Ramona, awesome selection. We got it sold out on Mr. Maple. I'm dropping it here on the eBay. Guys, next up, we've got Kryptonite. Now, Kryptonite is a Makawa Yatsubusa sport that kind of has a leaf, kind of like a Manu no Sato. It is tightly layering, super dense, dwarf. It's an awesome Makawa Yatsubusa variant that is just rocking it out. Again, this is one that in the spring time frame, the variegation is prominent. As you start getting to this time of the season, through the summer, the variegation becomes very prominent and looks more and more Manu no Sato-like. The leaves themselves, they're a little more elongated as well. It's in that Makawa family, so tightly layering. Guys, next up, we got Squirt. Now, we've got a couple different Japanese maples from Alabama that have southern expression names on this eBay listing. Squirt, it was a small, dense, compact, upright. It's got leaves that are medium-sized. They're not super tiny, but medium-sized, but a compact form, almost something to the kin of like a Akita Yatsubusa. This is a selection from Alabama that Matt and I were able to get a hold of. We've dropped it once or twice on Mr. Maple and had it at open house. Here, we're dropping it here on eBay. Next up, y'all, Snow Kitten. Now, Snow Kitten is a Japanese maple that everybody's after. It's a variegated form of Makawa Yatsubusa, but the variegation is something akin of a Reed no Nishiki, where you get white and pink splotching on the new growth. And then the new growth sometimes, as we saw last year at the Buckholtz farm, can be solid white. I mean, it is outstanding on its variegation. To me, it's hard to beat a Snow Kitten when it's really showing off. And we're working hard to be able to offer more and more Snow Kittens, but there's just not enough to go around. That's one of the reasons I'm dropping one here on eBay. Next up, we got Magic Moon. This is a Shirasalam selection bust at Mr. Maple, and it's a green full moon maple, but it gets this unique yellow-orange kind of malting in the center part of the leaf. This also, when it does this, the leaves can sometimes crumple and curl. Gives it something kind of unique and different. There's not many Japanese maples that have this unique style of variegation. Magic Moon, it's one that all collectors definitely love and everybody's after. And again, we got a nice size 1 gallon dropping, going off on eBay today. Now, again, all these items can be found on our eBay store. You can find the Maple Mafia eBay store by going to mrmaple.com/eBay, and that takes you to our eBay store. Y'all, a bunch of cool items. The next one is that other Southern expression name, Squiddy. Now, Squiddy was a sister seedling to Abigail Rose that was sent to Talon Buckholtz by Harold Johnson. So it's actually a Talon Buckholtz introduction. And Harold explained to Talon that it was a squiddy little thing. So Talon liked that and said, we're going to call it Squiddy. It's a Higashiyama style, tightly layering habit, very dense dwarf. We actually have the original Squiddy at our Buckholtz farm. And it's a fairly rare and interesting, super slow growing dwarf Higashiyama type. Now, being a Higashiyama type, what it has, it often has green veins. And the early spring, you can get pink and white sort of edging around the leaf. So you've got the green veins, and then on the rest of the part of the leaf, you get some of that pink and white, and really around the edge of the leaf is more green. But, I mean, this is a really cool style Japanese maple, and being from the South, it's fairly heat tolerant. Next up, guys, we got Angel the Prince. Angel the Prince was actually found by Joel Johnson and our manager at the Buckholz Farm, and given to his friend Angel, who put the name on it of Angel the Prince. Sometimes referred to as Angel the Dark Prince. We originally got it under the name Angel the Prince when we were first releasing it. You know, this thing is really neat. It's upright. It's kind of like, almost like a more purple-colored Teroyama. You got twisting leaves, dense, compact form, upright habit. And, I mean, it fits perfectly in that Makawa garden. Super slow grower. The leaves are very Makawa-like and twisting. It's a rock star, and it's one that's uniquely different. Sometimes you can get like a metallic-y kind of purple color to it, and then that will actually fade towards the tips, which is pretty special. Next up, guys, we've got Acer Palmatum Cashmere. Now, this is a selection by us at Mr. Maple of a really unique Lunar Lobum. We liked it because in the springtime, it looks almost like fairy hair. And it was much thinner for us in the spring than Koto no Ito. But then as we started to grow it and evaluate it, we realized it's got great fall color. It's got some bright reds in the fall. But the leaves, the Lunar Lobum leaves, actually will get a twist in the leaf lobes themselves. And so you'll have twists in the leaf that just make this tree just rock it out. Hence the name, which is an ode to rock and roll with cashmere. Matt and I, whenever we were grafting, we were often sitting around listening to classic rock. And cashmere, gotta love some Zeppelin. Guys, next up, we've got Ladybug. Ladybug is an introduction that is just it gets red colors, but it also gets some yellow colors into it. It's a real slow growing selection by us here at Mr. Maple of a Makawa Yetsubusa. We dropped it once before on Mr. Maple. Here's your chance to grab one this evening. Mila, this is an XL, so this is a huge 1 gallon. I mean, this thing is every bit of 3.5 feet, maybe 4. It may have to bend to fit in our 4-foot box slightly. Mila is an introduction by Dick Vandermatt. That is one of my favorite Japanese maples. The colors are outrageous with reds, yellows, oranges. It's fast growing. It's vigorous. It's another Japanese maple that is beautiful in the spring. This one's beautiful in the summer. And then even during like the hottest parts of the summer, when you start getting that red flush or new growth again, it is outstanding. It always stands out from the crowd. It's a spring interest, summer interest, and it gives you some orange fall color as well. But the spring and the summer, it's electric. I mean, it's just outstanding with that red color. And we've got a full breakdown on the Mr. Maple Show. If you never checked us out on the Mr. Maple Show, go check us out. We love doing cultivar breakdowns, and we've done a cultivar breakdown of Mila at my parents' home and garden, where we go and talk about the giant Mila specimen we have out there, and you can see the colors and the shape this tree does out there in the landscape. Guys, if you're not subscribed over there, we do daily content all about Japanese maples. You should definitely check us out. Guys, we got 3 items left today, and they're heavy hitters. The next one, we got Yellow Canary. Now, Yellow Canary is just one of those trees that is just really hitting the market. It's a selection by Talon Buckholz, larger leaf than Arium, more vigorous than Arium, and it's got that bright yellow color. It's a new Acer Solemn that everybody's after. It's a selection by Talon Buckholz, and it's just got some good vigor to it. We recently did a cultivar breakdown that will hopefully be posting soon. On our last trip to Buckholz Nursery, we actually shot close to, I want to say it was something crazy like 50 videos. And so one of those was a cultivar breakdown on Acer Solemn Yellow Canary. So look forward to that coming out in the future. But before I get into the last 2, we've got some big stuff happening on Memorial Day. So tomorrow, May 26th, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at mrmaple.com, we've got our open house. So if you're watching this and you're anywhere where you can drive to come here, there's going to be hundreds of people here shopping the greenhouses with tons of Japanese maples. Some of these items that I'm talking about today, won't be in there because I'm just telling you, there's some good stuff here. Guys, next up, we've got Red Panda. Now, Red Panda is a spring interest. It's a selection by us here at Mr. Maple. It's a red Macawi. It's a boosted seedling with one of the best red colors. Holds it real well throughout the season. Of all the red Macawa variations and variants that have been grafted, and all the seedlings that we've evaluated, Red Panda is by far the best. We love it. It's one that we actually patented here at Mr. Maple. So it's one that hopefully you can get at some point because it is outstanding. And it's amazing. Spring interest, bright red. Like that bright, bold red color. You know, late spring, it's starting to fade a little bit, but you still have some red color. The red new growth again during the summer. That really sets it apart from many of the other Macawa seedlings as well. Most of the red new growth in the summer is just faint. This one's pretty strong and bold. And guys, lastly, to end the day at 9:10, that's 10 minutes after 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we've got Bloody Talons. Bloody Talons is going off this evening, y'all. It's one that everybody's after. We can't produce enough of them. But, again, I thought I'd let go one of the small 1-gallon stock plants that we have. Guys, it's one that everybody's after. It's a selection by Talon Buchholz that has leaves that cup downward like talons. Talon Buchholz has a tree that leaves out that gets talon-like leaves, and then it gets this red kind of color around the tips where it looks kind of bloody. I mean, it is crazy. And something that we don't talk about enough about this is a reticulated Japanese maple. You're going to look into the leaf and see, like, you know, you're looking at how it cups down where you don't really look at it and realize it's a reticulated Japanese maple on top of all this. Now, it's very common, and every Bloody Talons, except for the original, has a little, like, bulbish thing at the graft. The graft part will actually grow bigger than the base. And that's, I actually had a plant breeder walking around Buchholz Nursery with me. He said that it was a polyploid and that had way more chromosomes than a typical Japanese maple, and that could be the reason why you get that bulbish kind of thing at the graft. Thought it was kind of cool. Never heard that before, but it makes sense, especially from a scientific standpoint. Guys, that is everything we've got listing today, or that's going off today, that's selling today on our eBay channel. Again, stay tuned, pay attention. These items start going off today at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the last one goes off at 10 minutes after 9 Eastern Standard Time on our Mr. Maple eBay channel. Again, you can get to that eBay channel by going to mrmaple.com/eBay, and that will take you right there to the Maple Mafia store. Y'all, thanks so much for joining in today. Take care, God bless, and have a great day.